Today, I'm going to talk about the top 3 heroes that changed my account and why they did it. Welcome everybody. If it's your first time to the channel, my name is BearCozy. I am the coziest of all of the bears, and I strive to make not only entertaining, but also educational videos. I like to make account progress videos. I like to make guides. And in general, I like to have a good time. Today, I want to talk about the 3 top heroes, my favorite heroes that changed my account dramatically. And the first one is going to be, no, not Gangelo. I know what you're thinking. It's not Gangelo. Even though he's amazing, it's not Gangelo. The first hero that changed my account, that absolutely changed my account, is Zatlux. Now, why is Zatlux amazing? First of all, he is an absolute killing machine. He can almost solo regular Void Tower by himself. He probably can now that I updated his stats. If we take a look at his stats, he's an absolute monster. His attack is over 5,000 attack. He's got 245% crit damage, and he still needs 1 Ascension, which means he's going to get a little bit stronger. So he is very, very good. And by the way, if you need a strong hero, if you're struggling in Adventure or anywhere else and you need a strong hero, and if you want to borrow mine is actually on my friends list as a support hero. So go ahead and throw me a friend invite, and you can use my support hero. And pretty soon I will be rotating him out and putting Sierra in. But I am getting off track. So why is Zatlux really, really good? Well, the first thing is Zatlux, you can get him as a free-to-play, right? So here he is sitting in the chair from the main menu. He's sitting in the chair, and he has very minimal requirements to get the first copy of him. And after that, he only gets stronger and stronger. So here are the requirements if you are low spend like myself, or if you are free to play. It's kind of hard to make content if you are free to play because there's not really a lot of progression. So I do spend a little bit here and there, especially on the Magic Pass. So number 1 is Zatlux. Zatlux is fantastic. He is an epic hero, which means he's a lot easier to pull than a legendary. He's a lot easier to ascend than a legendary as well. And he's a lot easier to get duplicates of as well, but you don't necessarily need them. You can use Awaken Soul Arcanas, and we'll get to that in a second. As you can see, my game froze, so we are going to restart. So as you can see, getting Zatlux is not too difficult. Defeat 200 bosses, that you can do through the adventure. Play 200 arena battles, that'll take you about 2 weeks if you're brand new. Own a 6-star hero. You can ascend somebody that you have. I'm sure you can get somebody from the Hero Pass, from the Magic Pass, and that's not too difficult as well. Or you can even take Rodira at the 6-star, and she could be your healer. I've used her for a very long time, and I have just stopped. And then obtain 50 items of 5-star gear. You can actually farm that, I think, in Queen of Tides 9 or 10 is where it starts. You can get that. And then equip gear enhanced to plus 12 in every slot. That'll take you a little bit. So all in all, this is going to take you about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, depending on how you play. And the longest one that's going to take you is the 200 arena battles. And Zatlux is a monster. He can solo entire teams, including Adventure, Arena, and regular Void Tower. And by the way, he is the easiest one to gear because of his passive. If you look at his passive, he already gets plus 30% crit rate, which means he only needs 70% from gear. So he is the easiest one to get and gear, and he's the easiest one to push his crit damage up. Moving on to number 2. Now, number 2 is going to be Nathalia. I have been playing this game since beta, and I got super, super lucky when I re-downloaded the game. This was actually awesome. When I re-downloaded the game, I had to start a new account. My first account locked out. I could not connect it to Google Play, and unfortunately, it wasn't connected to anything, which means it was only stuck on this device. I had some kind of an error. I had to restart, but I have been playing since beta. So ever since I restarted, I got lucky when I downloaded the game. I got Nathalia for a free download, and I honestly thought she was bad because I didn't know how to use her. Now, this is really cool. I really like the skin that she's got. She's got an awesome skin because I started in beta, so that was really awesome of the Ace team to give me that. And Nathalia is amazing. Now, why is Nathalia amazing? Well, the first thing is, Nathalia is a single target damage dealer, but with her trait, she hits multiple enemies, and that means she can nuke the whole team. And what makes her really, really good is she's also an epic. She's not a legendary, so it's very easy to ascend her. And as I mentioned before, same as Zatlux, you can use duplicates, or if you're like me and if you have never pulled a duplicate Nathalia, you can use Awaken Soul Arcanas. I believe I have not pulled a duplicate, maybe one that I don't remember, but I remember using 4 Awaken Soul Arcanas that I remember, maybe 5. So At any rate, Nathalia has not been very easy for me to get, and I ended up using Awaken Solar Arcanas, and she is really, really good because being a single target nuker, by the way, she's very good in Ash Magisteria as well. She's phenomenal, and being a single target nuker means you can put her in an assassin set, and mine is in an assassin set, so that makes her really, really good. That gives her 50% chance of dealing plus 50% damage to the main target, and since she is a single target damage dealer that affects all enemies, that is going to trigger. So that is going to be very, very good. And then for every positive effect this character has, she affects one extra enemy, and if she has 4 or more positive effects, it affects all enemies, and if she's ascended, it does 40% more damage. So she is a killing machine in an assassin set, and she's very, very easy to get. I guess the first one is RNG, but after that, she's a lot easier to ascend. And then you can actually go ahead and put her in a nice assassin set once you get there. Now, this did take me some time, and you can see I'm still working on the gear. The gear is not fantastic. I still have to level it up. However, I think she's maxed out on crit rate, so I never leveled that. She is maxed out on crit rate. I don't need any more, but she's doing okay. She's not as strong as Zatlux, but she's doing okay. Her crit damage went down a little bit because she is an assassin set. I lost 50% crit damage, or maybe 40% crit damage, but being in an assassin set does help a ton. So that is number 2. That is my most favorite hero that changed my account the most. And since she's very easy to get, easy to ascend, she made the most difference in my account along with Zatlux. Now, number 3. I know what you're going to say. Number 3 is going to be a fire hero because Zatlux was wood and Nathalia is water. Wrong. Number 3, believe it or not, is Lunar Mel. Now, why has Lunar Mel changed my account? Well, originally when I got her, I thought she was bad because when I looked at her damage, deals 80% damage to one enemy. It's got 1 stun, okay, and then an AoE taunt, and I thought 100% damage to all enemies. The AoE taunt is okay, but it's on a 6-turn cooldown. And then I believe when you upgrade her skills, it goes down to a 6, to a 4, or maybe it goes down to a 6 from an 8. I don't remember at this point. And I looked at it, I said, man, 6-turn cooldown, all she does is taunt. Not very good. Wrong. The reason she changed my account is, number 1, she is amazing. She is very, very fast for an AoE taunt hero. As you can see, she's at 215 speed and not much else. I'm not looking for any other stats except for focus because I want those taunts to land. Now, the taunt is AoE, which means it affects everybody, deals some damage, which we're not looking for. The damage is great if the enemy has a shield, if they have brand, or if they have anybody that provides a shield. This damage will take off brand shield, which is nice, and then applies a taunt with a 40% chance to apply a taunt for 2 turns. So she is amazing, right? She is amazing at shutting down the enemy teams in arena, first of all, in team arena as well. But you need her to go first. She needs to be fast, and if she's fast, she can shut down the enemy team and leave them completely unable to do much of anything except use their basics, which we all know don't really do a whole lot. And now, she's also in a revival set, which means that since she's going to be taking the most damage, or at least for the first round or 2, she's going to be getting some health back, and she's also in a Raider set. At some point in time, I could probably get her in 3 Raider sets, make her even faster. But at 215 speed, I feel like she's fast enough to go first or almost first in arena. In most cases, she does go first if the enemy doesn't have a win streak. Now, where else is she good? Not only is she really, really good in arenas, but she's also very good in Hard Void Tower. Now, why is she really good in Hard Void Tower? Mine hasn't started yet. I haven't started playing. This is exactly why she's really good in Hard Void Tower. Enemy's defense is increased by 50%. If the enemy is under control, this rune mark is invalid for the duration of the control effects. And who has control effects? Lunar Mel. Lunar Mel is fantastic for Hard Void Tower because you can taunt all of the enemies and you can lock out all of their skills, but also you can nullify the rune mark that the enemy has. So she is really, really good. And she's actually a lot better than you think. So there it is, my top 3 heroes that have changed my account. If you disagree with me, leave me a comment down below. Let me know why you respectively disagree, which is totally fine with me. If you agree with me, let me know if you agree. And also, let me know which 3 heroes changed your account the most, which 3 heroes had the most effect on your account. Sierra is going to be a very, very close third for me. However, she's not finished yet, and that might change. So there it is for me, everybody. Number 1 was Zatlux. Number 2 was Nathalia. And number 3 is Lunar Mel. I use Lunar Mel everywhere, and she protects my team a lot so they don't die. Because if my damage dealers die, they can't do damage. So thanks for hanging out, everybody. That's going to do it for me. Leave me a sub and a like down below. Smash that like button to help me grow the YouTube channel. I'm working really hard on getting into ACE Official Content Creator Program. I need to get 1,000 subs so I can get into the Content Creator Program to help me with resources so I can build more heroes and do more guides. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I'll see you in the next video.